A former Pentagon intelligence officer and a former military officer, Ron Alito, is joining us live from Miami, Florida. Ron, welcome to WION, and thank you for joining us. I guess the big question is ultimately, who are the winners and losers of these leaked documents? What would be the motivation for the person or organization who has leaked them? And how do you assess the information that we're seeing? A lot of it was something that we already, for the most part, knew.
Well, we need to understand that if these documents are real and if they are authentic, this damages the U.S. national security apparatus because these are classified, restricted documents that only few people within the U.S. government should have access to. But if they are authentic, obviously this leak damages the plans of the United States, what the United States knows about other countries, what the United States is planning for the Russia-Ukrainian war, etc. So this obviously damages, in many senses, the U.S. national security. Now, the big question is how authentic these documents are. Because one possibility is that they are 100% authentic, that somebody is sneaking into the classified computers of the United States, somebody with a clearance, somebody with access, and took pictures or took whatever way and then disclosure them to the press. But the other possibility is that this is perhaps, who knows, it's a hypothesis. This is a controlled leak of the U.S. government. With modified documents, with false documents, just to create disinformation in Russia, for example, or disinformation in China, for example. So this is the big question is how authentic, what percentage of authenticity these documents have. But if they are true and if they are authentic, that obviously damages very much the U.S. National security.
A damage for the U.S. national security. The most interesting thing many believe that one can glean from this document is that there is a consistent trend when it comes to U.S. intelligence. You know, successes and failures have happened in the past year, and the United States has outstanding intelligence data, but it's often, if they are real, off the mark in its analyses. For American intelligence leaders, should this be a cause for concern? I'll give you an example. For example, the United States knew as early as February 2022 that there were unambiguous signs that Ukraine had trouble defeating Russia. But then the analyses that we got was very different from our intelligence leaders. Do you think this is a cause for concern for our leaders?
Obviously, that is how big powers work. Not only the United States, but great powers work. They have intelligence and they have knowledge that they don't share completely with the public. They have knowledge and that they share only a little portion of that knowledge with the public, with the press. And perhaps they purposely, they deceive the public. For example, they know that Ukraine cannot win this war. They know that Ukraine, in the end, will lose this war, but that's not what they say publicly. They say, we support Ukraine and we will be with Ukraine until the end. And Ukraine will win, or Ukraine will take back Crimea. Obviously, militarily and intelligence, from the intelligence perspective, they know that that's not possible, but they don't want to disencourage the Ukrainian resistance. They don't want to hurt the morale of the Ukrainian soldiers or the Ukrainian government, and they want to keep pushing for all governments of the world to keep sending weapons to Ukraine one way or another. So they keep to themselves the truth, the intelligence they have, and instead they promote a false narrative to the press and a false narrative to other countries so they can keep going with their political objectives.
Ron Alito, thank you so much for joining us and providing insight into this issue, which is a cause for concern for American intelligence leaders and also many allies around the world as well.
Thank you very much.